let's talk about all the stuff that nobody wants to talk about. Bad thoughts. And they're not like little bad thoughts. They're not like gentle bad thoughts. They're bad thoughts that make people want to hurt themselves. They're bad thoughts that make people not want to be here any longer. We see it every day that people take their own lives. Why do you think people do that? Because they don't want to live in their own brain. Also, this is my theory, is that they think that their thoughts are worse than everybody else's. And like everybody else, they don't want to talk to anybody about it because they don't want to be not even judged. They're worried about somebody putting them away or thinking they're crazy or, just getting locked up because they're already locked up in their own minds. I've been there. But the bad thoughts that we don't talk about, incest, molestation, rape, murder, bestiality, stalking, hurting your child, hurting yourself, being a bad person. So in my intrusive thoughts, I always think I'm going to be a bad person. So I will have and do have many videos that show you how I survived that. But that's how bad intrusive thoughts get. Not just these little I feel like hurting myself today, or I don't want to be here anymore. People aren't going to kill themselves because of that. They're not. Okay, we have really, really bad thoughts. And the reason that our brain gravitates toward those bad thoughts is because it feeds off the negative. That's right. When our brain is anxious, when our brain is full of cortisol or whatever the hell I called it, and it can't stop thinking and it's just mind gibberish everywhere, it gravitates towards bad thoughts. It could be something you saw on TV. It could be something that happened 75 years ago, but you probably still wouldn't be living. 16 years ago, let's say. It could be something you see in a magazine. It could be something you overheard at a restaurant, and then your brain sucks that shit up like a sponge. And then when it's negative, when you have anxiety, when you're depressed, it sees that as a memory. It doesn't see that as just something you heard or saw or watched. It sees it as an actual memory. And then it puts you as the main character. And this is why we are scared of our brains. This is why we are scared of intrusive thoughts. What else it does is it puts everybody in your life in the movie too. Let's just say in the movie. So you have, say you you were in a grocery store and you saw a magazine, and the magazine said, so-and-so just killed her 3 children and killed herself. Well, you might not even think anything of that. You were literally just looking as you were doing your groceries. Bring it back to 3 years later, forward to 3 years later. You now have an anxiety disorder. You're now having a panic attack. And this thought comes back as a memory, not something that you saw, because your brain is so manic and so anxious and so depressed. It comes back as a memory. It puts you as the main character, and it puts all the people you love around it. Now that is going to scare the living shit out of a regular person. It's going to make you fear your brain. It's going to make you fear being able to close your eyes. It's going to make you fear wanting to talk to people. You are going to now destroy yourself from the inside out. So the reason I'm here is to tell you I've been there and I'm surviving every fucking day. There is a way out. I promise. And I promise you, those horrible thoughts that you're thinking that you think are you are not. They are not you. And you need to know that. You need to know that they're going to live there. The thoughts are going to live there. But the less you give them attention, the more they're going to go away. The more they're not going to bother you. And that takes time. That takes effort. It takes patience. It's not going to happen overnight. But please follow me, follow my channel, and we'll get through it together, and I'll show you how. Because you can live, because you're a great person, just like me.